Hey, we finally got back to watching JoJo's again. Yay!
I feel like at our current trajectory, we're going to reach that arc that everyone likes somewhere around the heat death of the universe.
I'm sure we'll pick up the pace eventually.
Like watching this show, like blowing through it would be one thing. It'd be like going on some kind of acid bender. This, having to go back to it after long chunks of time for 3 episodes, is like slowly peeling pieces of my mind away and just leaving them on the ground as I walk deeper and deeper into some hellish nightmare wood.
That just sounds like the more interesting experience of the two. I mean, anybody can do acid. How many people get to experience Hellraiser IRL? So yeah, we finished that first arc of JoJo's.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I can understand why some people are like, oh, like skip whatever part of JoJo's to get to the good part. Because, man, I'm gonna be real. This first arc of JoJo's is really fucking dumb. I mean, I know it's like.
Are we expecting the show to get smarter?
No, I mean, like, there is something about, like, the type of dumb it is. Like, I feel like it's a product of being, like, a manga adaptation, like a manga from the 80s, being done now, and they just kind of kept all the shit that was in the manga from the 80s. So, like, when you have Speedwagon blatantly stating the obvious, like, oh, he froze his limbs so it's hot. Yes, I know! I saw the other episode where he did the thing! Thank you, Yamcha! I know how it works! There's so much of that. So much of, like, you know, character jumping, sliding, like, you know, background bullshit, and then, like, character having long, just monologue in the middle of an attack. And I'm just like, just say an attack name. For fuck's sake!
No, don't take any of that out. That is the juice upon which I thrive.
God. It's just, like, at some point, especially, like, in the second, because like the first episode we watch is, like, the death of Zeppeli.
Yeah, that was a fucking cliffhanger.
That was weird, because, like, he dies, like, in the middle of the episode, and, like, when the episode kept going, I'm like, wait, what? Oh, that's only the halfway point. So then it was like a whole other half an episode to go. Whew. But yeah, just fucking like Zeppeli gets like split in two. And like it's pretty badass where he does like the crawl.
Yeah, the crawl over, like, yeah, that's the kind of show we're watching. He's gonna manly crawl over and like fucking do the spirit bomb.
Yeah, like he does like the Genkai here, take my spirit energy shit thing, and it's pretty dope. And then like, you know, he's all like white haired now, like he just did like the fucking like just the Dragon Slave.
He gives him the energy. Giga Slave.
He
gives him the energy, and then like they finish the fight, and then they go back over to him because he's still fucking alive.
He's still kicking. I'm like,
with my last die.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, dude, just keel over. You had your moment, and it's shit like that. It's shit like that keeps taking me out of the moment. That and just kind of.
Oh my god, that is the moment for me.
Oh my god.
Like this is sentimentalist Victorian fiction, but just as stereotypically for dudes. This is melodrama writ large with fists.
Yeah, I watched the Attitude Era too. I didn't see anyone drop a Stone Cold Stunner. Just saying.
The Attitude Era was Days of Our Lives with more punching. This is that kind of like I'm talking like pure high Victorian sentimentalism, the kind of thing that, like when Thoreau was talking about that damn mob of scribbling women, that kind of high gothic, and then she got her comeuppance for being such a slut kind of shit.
Yeah. Man, also, speaking about like the treatment of women, man, you can tell this shit was written in the 80s. Oh man, you could not write that now. But yeah, so like fucking JoJo, just ascends into Golden Kenshiro.
He does. He blows his shirt off and just learns some bastard form of the Hokuto Shinken.
Yeah, and he's just like, and then like just fucks him up with a touch.
It's just like double punches his head,
and then just kind of melts him.
It's so good.
I'm like, oh, that's what time it is. Jesus.
Because when they start the chain on the neck of the ceiling thing, I'm like, there's going to be an interesting technique to... No, he's just going to power up and rip it off.
Yeah, no. Which, I love how he, like, blows his shirt up, and then in the next scene, he now has a new shirt.
Well, yeah, he got it out of the backpack.
That he just also... Like, yeah, like, did he have the backpack the whole time? Where did the backpack come from?
I think he had a backpack before.
Did he not blow that up with his Hokuto like key powers?
Maybe took it off before the fight. Fucking no.
But yeah, like, I know my immediate feeling was like, okay, so do you know off the top of your head if this predates Fist of the North Star or not?
Oh, I think we looked that up last time.
Yeah, I feel like we did too. And yeah, like, because I know Fist of the North Star, I think it came out in, it's 83 is when the manga came out. And
so serialized in 87.
Oh, that's when JoJo's happened?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Okay, so Fist of the North... Man. So this thing is just directly taking its cues from Fist of the North Star, then.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of makes it feel like a bit of a weird ripoff now. Because I was thinking, like if this came first, like, oh, okay, like the guy who did Fist of the North Star, like, watched Mad Max and then read the JoJo's manga and then made Fist of the North Star, but it's the other way around. It's just like, okay, so like this guy played Castlevania and watched Fist of the North Star.
No, this guy saw Mad Max and read Waverly Park.
Yeah, just like they completely just raffle stomp over the big mean monster guy from the last episode, whose name is completely fucking irrelevant, so I didn't bother learning it. And then they're like, okay, now that Zeppeli is dead, after like they fucking like do some poetry after he dies. Like, this show is so dumb. And, like, sometimes I like it when it's, like, being so dumb, and other times it's so dumb that it takes me out of the moment.
100% invested in every single thing they're doing. They do it with absolute brusque confidence.
Is that why you originally liked the theatrical version of Sucker Punch?
Whole different list of shitty reasons.
Oh, okay. Alright. So, yeah. They do that, and then it's, like, time to, like, go off and fight, Dio. But, like, I think they're also taking the kid home first. Oh, no, wait. Fucking Zeppeli's, like, bros show up. I almost forgot about them, because they're a bunch of fucking piccolos.
And we're here, too. Alright. Start the clock.
Right? Yeah, no. Like, this is like, the weird thing, is that, like, the jobbers show up to just show up and job.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like, Speedwagon's role in this is really weird, where, like, he's, like, the, holy shit, he did, like, just explain shit to people.
Yeah.
Where, like, I feel like that should also, like, it's like they took the Piccolo character and split him in two, where, like, you're the one that's gonna die, and you're the one that's going to explain shit.
He's Taya.
Oh, okay, from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
I had to think, but I'm like, okay. Taya had way nicer tits than Speedwagon.
You don't know that.
I mean, he does always wear, like, that really thick jacket, so, I mean, you know, he might be hiding some
There could be
goods.
anything down there.
Could even be a boat. So, yeah, like, the job squad shows up, along with Tom Petty, who's just like, oh, yeah, like, oh, Zeppeli died. I guess you're the chosen one.
And he fucking is. He's just now Homo Jesus.
Which, man, yeah, like, it's really weird that he's like hormone Jesus, but then like he really gets his shit fucked up by Dio. And like, okay, so speaking of just weird shit that just takes me out of the moment, like we go to like Dio, and Dio just has little kid's sister who I mistaken for Arena because she also had a mullet. Because apparently just everybody in this manga, regardless of gender, is going to have a mullet. Because 80s. So, yeah, I have mistaken her for Arena. But apparently it's the kid's sister. But then there's, like, a bird with a cat head, and then a dog with a human head.
Right.
And, like, the dog is just like, I'm gonna eat your pussy, blah. And it just... I don't... And then he just steps on the fucking dog man's head! I don't understand what the hell was the point of that other than to have a dog head just be like, blah, I'm gonna eat your pussy and get his fucking head stepped on!
Because this is an example of true gothic horror in its purest form. This was to reinforce the idea that Dio, as a vampire, is an expression of every negative perversion of things that are natural and good.
Alright, but they did it in a really, really weird way.
Well, yeah, it's fucking Jojo's.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, I think it's just like the way these things are, it's just so matter-of-factly, like, and now there's a dog.
Yes.
With, like,
That's the best part.
Now there's like a Pomeranian with the head of some bearded dude.
They're not like, brace yourself, there's going to be a weird thing, and introduce the concept. No, he's just down there while the scene goes on.
Yeah. And then that leads into, like fucking, like, Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 2 with snakes for a head shows up and is, like, gonna vampirize that one bitch, only to take a fucking Acme anvil to the back of the goddamn skull.
I mean, there have been some great entrances in this series. Not the least of which was that one guy ripping his way out of a horse.
Yeah, that's still gonna take the cake for me, man.
But man, just fastballing an anvil from a hole in the ceiling and be like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, no, like the fact that he just does like the pose, like, honestly, I have to imagine Shinsuke Nakamura as a huge JoJo's fan. Oh my god. But yeah, so like JoJo goes to fight him, only to find out that he has like snakes for a face, and he gets like bitten on the cheeks.
That zombie is chock-a-block with serpents.
And then like, I think JoJo like flexes the poison out of his face. Because of course he does.
Well, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's just part of the course. You need to watch more Kung Fu movies.
I mean, I really do. There's like so much crazy-ass, weird-ass fucking wushu my ass is just not watched. Like, I need to sit down with like 5 Shaw Brothers films one day. So, like, he beats Snake Guy, and then they get to Dio, and Dio just like JoJo's like I'm gonna fucking kill you, and then like
it's the final showdown. Let's go. Wait, JoJo.
Hold up. I need to die first, so that way everyone knows how much of a badass Dio is.
Because it's so nakedly that. It's JoJo got a super Jesus power-up, so we need to reestablish that he's not about to face roll Dio.
So, yeah, just dude shows up, and fucking, okay, Dio's whole, like taking the heat out of people to freeze them is just, it is incredibly one note. And it's just, here's one thing he does to deal with everything. And it kind of stops being interesting.
That's how he deals with hormone users.
Which everyone's a hormone user, so that's how he deals with everything.
Not the villagers. He dealt with the villagers by making them eat babies.
Yeah. Which, oh, by the way, fucking, where shit just goes full London is on fire Helsing. Eat a baby! Just, like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I dislike that scene. I am never gonna be put off by, like, oh no, like, They just showed a baby being eaten by something. It's just like, that's so terrible. Like, no, that's the type of fucking exploitative schlock I enjoy.
God, like, this Dio may be just about my favorite villain ever.
Really?
Oh my god. He's so fucking amazing.
I mean, he definitely has his moments. What? Mostly just because of just how he's constantly dick-waving about how amazing he is. And just how he always has the upper hand, even when he doesn't technically have the upper hand.
Like, when a lot of villains are like, I'm going to conquer the world. I don't believe it. I don't. They're like, I'm going to conquer. You're not going to rule the world. You're going to go fist fight a guy and then lose. And even if you win, you're going to blow up a bunch of cities and then build a castle and nobody's going to care. I believe that Dio would have ruled the entire world.
I mean, if I'm going to go with shonen villains who are going to legitimately rule the world, I'm going to go with Piccolo Daimao. That motherfucker just rolled up on the king of the earth and said, yeah, I run this shit now, and like killed like all of his soldiers.
But did Piccolo Daimao have a terrier with a man head?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he could have spat one up if he wanted.
Could have. Didn't. Lacked the style.
True. Only one man could be so bold and ambitious and creative to have a doggy who just like wants to like lick puss, who has a man head for a head. Honestly, I don't even remember what the fuck that dog actually said, but it's in my mind. It was just him just like, blah, let me eat your pussy. That is what is canonically happening now. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember he said something like vaguely sexual, and now in my head canonically, he just, I want to eat your pussy, blah, 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 and it got stepped on.
Now when I remember this episode, I was going to imagine like a bulldog with the violator's head.
How about a little head, baby? Blah.
So a bunch of ridiculous nonsense happens because these are the most JoJo.
A bunch of ridiculous nonsense happens in JoJo.
The most JoJo fights that are in JoJo are the ones where there are like 2 moves, but they take 15 minutes because everybody's explaining the moves, and they don't even make any fucking sense to begin with.
Yeah, no.
Stop explaining it. You're making it work.
Yeah, no. It's kind of like whenever they put like I think it was like. What episode was it where they put like Hamon into like leaves, and then like the fucking narrator explains to you what the hell happened? It's like, no, you're making it dumber. Stop, stop. You're like I could have possibly bought what the hell was happening. You didn't. Stop trying to explain it. It just sounds stupider.
Oh my god! So flat top mullet jobber dies, but then his head in the rose bush.
Fucking tuxedo mask of Hamon rose. Spits it into fucking Dio's eye. Which, by the way, if Hamon, you need to breathe to use it, how did she breathe without any fucking lungs? Like, that's like one of those things that they make a big deal about.
It is. I love it. This show, it is so boldly, completely inconsistent.
You say inconsistent. Boldly inconsistent. I call it kind of shittily written sometimes.
I think they're just using spiral energy. And that because they believe that this is going to work, that it is.
So, basically, Jojo died on that boat because he didn't believe hard enough.
Yes.
We need to teach Naruto some Hamon. He believes it.
Wow.
I don't regret that.
I mean, I knew you were going to say something to end our friendship one day.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that.
No. I mean, I've said a lot of horrible shit. And you still hung around. Like, you're pretty much a terrible human being. You have, like, no class.
You pay so much of the rent.
I really do. So, shit, where were we at? Oh, right. Hamon rose into the fucking eye.
We were past that. We were back for that. He beats Dio. He beats Dio with some bullshit that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay, so, like, he fucking pulls out his sword of pluck and luck, which I had forgotten about, because this is like, Speedwagon, give me my sword! I'm like, you have a fucking sword? Oh, right, that one dude was, like, impressed with your pluckiness and gave you a sword. So, like, he's, like, going at him with the sword and, like, splits him in two, only to, like, get the sword frozen.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Dio spent so much time dick-waving about his victory that he didn't realize that the sword was in a fire, which heated up the sword, which heated up Jojo's hands, and it was
faster than he could freeze them.
it. Which doesn't make sense, because the way he freezes things is by literally removing the heat from it. So why could he not remove the heat from the sword?
Because Jojo believed.
And then Jojo, to use his hormone power, literally punches fire to punch Dio.
Oh yeah, fire's better than ice.
Oh my god. Whew. Oh. Yeah, Show's fucking weird and dumb and just... Because, like, seriously, Dio's entire thing is just like, oh yeah, I removed the heat from this thing, that's why it froze. Not like, I used my cryo powers to freeze it. No, I removed the heat. You can't remove the heat from his fucking flaming fist. So then he just, like, erupting, burning fingers his ass with his love, his fucking sorrow, and all of his anger. And he just, hormone fist.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dio, as like a last resort, shoots a fucking purple eye laser. It's gonna peel.
Like that's kind of a technique you should have pulled out earlier.
One, yes. Two, also kind of dumb. Like, he does the beam and then does, like, the whole, like, laser split because, he's falling.
Mm-hmm.
Jojo only has, like, a hole in his hand, not like...
I assume he, like, moved it with the beam as it was.
He's just like,
I mean, wouldn't you try to keep it?
But yeah, not like his hand was just... Oh, that's what those fingers...
So Dio's falling off the cliff, and his body is melting up away from the punch. So, in order to survive, he cuts his own head off.
Yeah.
This is the best fucking show ever.
It's pretty fucking metal.
Oh my god. And then Chinese Renfield shows up.
Yeah. I never thought about him being Renfield, but yeah, he's totally Renfield.
Mm-hmm.
That's a reference to Bram Stoker's Dracula. I don't expect people to know that. Let's be real. How many people have actually read that novel?
Millions.
How many people under the age of 30 have actually read that novel?
Hundreds of thousands.
Okay. How many of them watch anime? There you go.
Man, I'm probably going to go with surprising... There's a surprising overlap there. There's got to be. So... Everything's fine because they beat Dio and the village was saved and they broke the stone mask and everybody avenged everybody else.
Also, okay, so like there's like the next episode starts with them like almost like recounting it like a fucking news story.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
In like very like a lot of detail.
Well, I assume the kid squealed.
I guess.
Like he wanted to be popular.
Also, like, okay, so Jojo gets married and then like the fucking kid is just there to see them off.
Yeah, he's just in London.
Like, what are you doing?
Where's your sister? She's traumatized. Go home.
Oh my god. Oh man. Also, okay, what happened to the other two hormone users? Like Tom Petty and...
They were on the dock.
They were?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just completely forgot about them. Like, I think like during the whole Dio fight, I lost track of them and forgot what the hell happened.
Yeah, they were fighting all the trash zombies.
Oh, okay. So they were distracted. Man, really glad they had those guys tag along.
Hither, zombies! God damn it. So good.
Honestly, okay, so much of the shit that happened in this really makes me wish Vampire Hunter D were in this series.
Go on.
Just... like, looking at the shit, like, that these guys are fighting, I'm like, yeah, those look like some crazy, weird monster bullshit that D would fuck up. And he would do it so much better than these guys.
Oh, God, yeah, because, like, they break into the room and Dio's, like, he summons his weird demon lieutenants.
Yeah.
And they're fucking He-Man monsters.
Oh, my God, yeah, they are just, like
one of them is literally the half and half guy.
They are just fucking, like, R-rated He-Man fucking reboot villains. And, like, I'm just like, when I saw those guys, you jumped to He-Man, I jumped to fucking Vampire Hunter D, because I'm like, I want to see D, like, fuck these guys up. Because they look like the kind of guys that Vampire Hunter D would fuck up. Ugh. But yeah, so... Also, I wonder how D would deal with eye lasers, because I don't think D's ever fought any motherfucker with eye lasers.
No.
Yeah, he's fought motherfuckers with psychic powers and shit, and all kinds of weird vampiric powers. Just straight up purple eye lasers, kind of a new one. So, Jojo gets married, and they go on like their honeymoon boat cruise to the Americas. When, surprise, it's Dio. He's there. And Chinese Renfield just snuck him on board with a casket. Mm-hmm. And Dio is just a fucking head in a glass jar.
So good.
And Dio apparently has also been turning motherfuckers into zombie vampires while on this boat.
Well, Renfield did it to one guy.
Okay.
And then that slowly spread.
Yeah. So they do that, and then just shit hits the fan immediately. Like fucking Jojo sees Renfield, and he's just like, man, I'm never going to remember that Chinese guy's name. He is just Renfield now, thanks. Because I'm pretty sure I remembered it before you said that.
You're welcome.
So, like, he sees him, just like, quick, get the fuck off this boat. And she doesn't. Like, I like how he went on this big fucking adventure. Never explained shit to this woman. Never told her about how Dio was a vampire.
It's not the kind of horrible story that you tell a lady.
That seems like it'd be an instant pussy magnet. You'd be like,
I'm telling you, man, it's Victorian.
Man, we had very different like standards for like what made for a cool story in the Victorian era. Like, I swear, like in today's day and age, you talk about like, and then I killed like 15 vampires with my glowing fire fist. And then you get Fawn's levels of pussy. Like, I guess in the Victorian era, you just, I don't know, beat up guys who were trying to like rape a chick, and that's how you got it.
There was a dog with a man's head that wanted to rape a girl. That's not the kind of story you tell.
He wasn't there for that part. It's just, he doesn't like
I'm pretty sure that's the first thing that girl started screaming when somebody asked her if she was alright.
Oh.
She's sitting at home drawing pictures of that dog. That's why the kid's in London. He does not know how to deal with any of that.
So yeah, Dio's severed head, he's just like, I have great respect for you, Jojo. The one motherfucker who can kick my ass. I'm gonna take over your body now.
I'm going to do the greatest thing one bro could do for another. I'm going to give you head.
I can't even follow that up. God damn it. So Jojo apparently has just gone full retard mode. Because Dio's severed head shoots out eye lasers and just immediately wrecks Jojo's shit.
Yeah, just right to the neck. He can't breathe. He can't use hormone.
See, what he needs to do is have the rest of his head cut off so that way he can spit a fucking hormone rose in his goddamn eye.
And if you're one of those people who, when you're watching TV or a movie and a scene comes up where a character has to hold their breath, and you like to hold your breath to see if you can do it, don't do it for this episode, because it's the rest of the episode, and he doesn't take a breath.
Jojo just can't fucking breathe.
Does a lot of talking.
Does a lot of talking and a lot of internal monologuing.
He gives Irene like a fucking 10-line speech.
Yeah, he actually does go like on a full fucking spiel to her. But he can't breathe. He can't use his hormone. I don't think people know how breathing works.
I love it.
Oh my god. See, yeah, like, once again, you're just like, oh, yeah, this is peak retarded. And I'm like, this is peak retarded. Like, this is, like, frustrating for me. Also, like, God, could someone tell me if the style of this show gets any better, because this show is drawn like shit half the time. It's animated like shit half the time. There was like one scene in like the second episode we watched where like it was super detailed and cool, and Jojo struck a pose and like Dio struck a pose, and then it went back to looking like dog shit again immediately. Like this series is just like, if we throw enough Technicolor and weird fucking like vibrant bullshit at the screen, hopefully they won't know that this is actually animated like garbage. Which, goddamn it, I'm not 14, so I'm noticing it's animated like garbage.
Every time I watch this show, I am 14. Shit, I'm 9. This is amazing. That guy's head blew up.
Oh God! See, I wish I could put myself in that mindset, because just like I'm hoping like maybe like the later arcs grasp me, because I know we're gonna get into like a much longer arc, but I'm kind of hoping this one has any sense of pacing.
I can take it or leave it.
Oh man, I need some structure, because when you just start pulling out Skeletor henchmen and fucking like rapist dog with human head, like just out of nowhere, and you just bring these things up and you drop them immediately. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? What? No, stop! I can't catch a thought here. Give me some type of narrative.
See, that's why I liked it. It didn't follow a beaded narrative structure. It represented the rising tide of madness as Dio came into his own power.
See, I wish that they would have. I don't know. Like, I wish the show had any sense of atmosphere to convey like a sense of madness, and not just keep bombarding me with random weird shit that made me go, wait, what the fuck? What?
It was weird, because you wanted them to do a thing that you then described them doing, so I don't know what...
No,
Should it have been more fog and like D notes on the piano, or...
I don't know, like... I think it's like too campy to get into like Lovecraftian mindfuck horror is what it is what my issue is. It's like too far into the camp for me to like also be invested into. We're spiraling into madness.
Yeah, no, it's more Evil Dead 2.
Huh.
Well, actually, it's more Army of Darkness.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe that's the mindset I need to look at this in. I just need to pretend that every JoJo from here on out is just Bruce Campbell. Which, shit, man. Why are none of these JoJos voiced by Bruce Campbell? Like, seriously. He's not doing anything better. His fucking series got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, Bruce Campbell needs money, and
we need Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. He is an objective good in this universe. I'm really glad that no one's ever outed him for being like a sex pervert. Because man, I feel like there's like at least 3 women in Hollywood who has like the creepy fucking like Bruce Campbell story that they're just keeping to themselves.
Whoa.
And for the good of my Bruce Campbell fanboyism, I hope they continue to keep it to themselves. I forgot what I was talking about in reference to the show. Was it? Yeah, we're still on. Right.
So
Jojo's got holes in his neck.
He summons the last of his hormone somehow to do a thing
that,
which
like,
it blows up Chinese Renfield's head, makes him stagger across the engine room, and grasp the fucking like screw piston for the paddle wheel.
Yeah. To which then Dio explains, oh man, he used his hormone to blow up his head and take control of Chinese Renfield to grab the piston, and now the boat's gonna heat up and explode. It's like, thank you, Dio. I didn't have eyes.
Just every time they do that, I imagine like the shocked like mini panel of the face, and then the block of text next to it.
Right? Like, I want to know how the fuck this manga is structured. Because I just imagine it's just walls of text.
It's just like an asterisk, and it's a footnote where they explain how that works.
Like, it's not even like I am against narration. I watched the Monogatari series. That shit's like 80% narration. I fucking love Haruhi Suzumiya. Fucking Kyo narrates every goddamn part of that show. For some reason, though, in this, I don't know what it is. It just takes me out of it, where they're just stating the blatantly obvious, and I'm like, yeah, I got it. I understand how shonen works. Also, by explaining it, you just made that stupider. Please stop.
Oh my god, we skipped right over the drunken priest on his way to Mexico.
All right.
Who really seemed like he was about to get some character development or a mini arc before he died, but no. He just gets his head blown up. He doesn't do anything. There's no reason for him to be in this at all.
Yeah, no, just like a thing hits him.
He doesn't open the coffin or discover it to any consequence.
No, just he drops a thing, goes, oh fuck, I dropped my thing, goes down to where the coffin is, goes, oh, this thing locks on the inside. That's what. Which also, that's another thing that made me think of Vampire Hunter D, because that head explosion, the last time I had seen head explosions like that was the late 80s. Mm-hmm. Back when we knew how to blow up heads in animation.
Yeah.
Which, good on this series for really, you're gonna have an 80s manga adaptation blow up a head like it's the goddamn 1980s. Like that was just straight up out of fucking, Vampire Hunter D or any other really violent OVA from the 80s. So, any OVA from the 80s.
I mean, Girl from Fantasia was pretty low on the head blowing up.
Wait, what?
The Girl from Fantasia.
I don't know that one.
Huh.
Yeah. Is it one of those must sees?
No. It's just on the pile.
Oh, okay.
It's like a lot of OVAs that we got over here. It's way more popular than it should be because of the slim pickings at the time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we got a lot of really random ass OVAs back in the day. Like Ayane's High Kick.
That one's just quality all the way through.
And Steinsman. That was cut tragically short.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're done recommending OVAs to people. So yeah, Dio is all I'm gonna take over your body, and then Jojo pulls a shard of metal out of his back and stabs Dio in the goddamn neck. Which, by the way, okay, one thing I did love is when I think it was an explosion happened, and to avoid the explosion, Dio hair tendrilled up into the ceiling. It's
that was when he blew off Chinese Renfield's head.
Okay.
He staggered backward and Dio just whoop, and it was 2 frames. So, did he just hair tentacle to the ceiling? I don't know. I think so.
Yeah. Man, the show's fucking wild and stupid. Okay, it's wild and stupid all the time. So that happened. And, Arena is just no, Jojo, I want to die with you. And he's just no, save that baby. That woman died for that baby, and my mama died for me when I was a baby, and you need to save that baby.
And Arena's why do you keep saying that name?
So then, Jojo just, fucking keels over dead, and Dio's stuck in his arms, in his loving embrace.
He's, cradling Dio, and Dio's this is the most badass guy ever.
He's just oh, my dick would be so hard if I had one. So, yeah, the boat burns down, Arena escapes in the coffin, and then the narrator tells us how she went on to, live, and she was found, and blah, blah, blah. And then there was, some vague hint of some shit that's going to happen in the future, because they showed, it was some Aztec shit, and then a statue.
All I remember is the hallway looked like the inside of a rib cage.
Yeah.
And yeah, so something on the back wall.
Yeah, some statue or carving or whatever the fuck. Yeah. And that was the end of JoJo Part 1. That's an anime. Like I said, he's riding high on this shit. I'm trying. This show just every so often just completely just takes my ass out of it. Like every time I think I'm gonna like kind of get into it, I'm like, yeah. Oh wait, that was really dumb. That was like dumber than I'm willing to accept at the moment. It's just I'm having trouble striking that balance between dumb shit and cool shit. Like it just isn't evening out for me. And yeah, it's just, hopefully part 2 is more my jam. Hopefully this show starts getting drawn better. Maybe more consistently.
Never.
I know the later fucking seasons are drawn better. I know at very least Stardust Crusader looks nice. I'm pretty sure Stardust Crusader looks nice. And that's the one that everyone keeps telling us to like there are people who are like, go straight to Stardust Crusader, that's the good one. And I'm like, I'm not gonna, no, you fucking plebs, I'm not gonna skip, no, like, it's part of a series, you go through the whole thing. It's like these fucks who skip Dragon Ball and go straight to Z. Fuck you. You watched the whole goddamn thing.
It was not our fault.
I mean, that wasn't our fault, but like, the whole fucking modern generation, like, I see so many people where it's just like, can I just, like, watch Z without watching Dragon Ball? It's just like, so many people do that. Because Z's the popular one, and they want to be part of the discussion. I hate the anime community. Because it's all about, what is the new shit? I want to be part of this conversation. It's just like, I can't just watch a show for the sake of watching a show. No, I need to watch the new popular thing so I can talk to other people about it because I'm sad and lonely and I don't have friends and I need people to communicate with so I can pretend like I have some sort of value in my life.
You're really bitter about not having an anime club in high school, aren't you?
A little.